Well, Preecy, we spoke on Monday and said what a difference a few days can make. Well, a week from heaven for us, really. 10 goals in 2 games, only 1 conceded, a 5-1 win this afternoon at Rushall Olympic, and off to the playoffs we go.
Yeah, look, it's an unbelievable achievement. I can't be more proud of these lads. The effort and the desire, the commitment they give to me and all the staff. You know, I can't praise them high enough. Honestly, if we hadn't got in the playoffs, I'd have still been as proud and felt the same way as I feel now. They give their all, and look, we were top of the league for a little bit, for a tiny bit. Then we dropped down and out of the playoffs, and it's been a little bit nip and tuck. And you know, you probably think there's a little bit of pressure on us, but when you have a look round, look at the teams in the playoffs. Scunny full time, Kiddie full time, Chester pretty much full time, Buxton full time, Kings Lynn full time, and the other team in there is Tscherewik. Again, we probably won't get the credit that we deserve because it's a monumental effort to make the playoffs, and we do it the tough way. We lose players year in, year out, and then we have to try and find some more. But we managed to do it, and we managed to get more out of players than they've done previously. And you look at Cole Hall, 10 goals this season. Tom Carr come from 2 leagues below, 13 goals this season. They've been outstanding for us, especially as it's gone on. And sometimes it takes a bit of time. You can't expect these lads to hit the ground running. So, look, I'm just absolutely buzzing. I'm just absolutely buzzing for the lads. It's just, you can't believe how hard we work and some of the challenges we have to deal with. Look, you know, I'm very, very rarely lost for words, but again today, you know, we go 1-0 down. I bet a few people are ready to have a go at us or whatever, you know. But we never give up, and we keep going, and we've got what we deserved. I did say at the end of the last interview against I can't remember who we played. Who did we beat? Radcliffe. I said we'll end up finishing where we deserve to finish. Now, if that had been outside the playoffs, we'd have deserved to finish outside the playoffs. We deserve to be where we are, and you know, some strange results, and you know, we'll find ourselves at home in the playoffs.
Following the draw at home against Marine and the defeat at Buxton, obviously disappointment followed, and a few people were asking questions as to whether we could get in the playoffs and whether it was too big of a task for us to get in there. Well, we've certainly shown on that pitch today and against Radcliffe that we're more than capable and we're more than deserving of being in there.
Yeah, look, we deserve to be in there. Yeah, people say, you know, people will look and say, you know, can they get in there? You know, not because we should be in there, but because we've been up and around it all season. You know, so you know, you feel, you know, you do at this point. You know, you feel for Kerrs and Hereford, because you know they've been up and around it all season. You know, they've worked really hard like us. You know, similar positions to what we're in, and it's heartbreaking for them to miss out. But they've had great seasons. You know, they've been fantastic. So, you know, you feel for those, but you just got to. Unfortunately, it's 46 games. Wherever you finish after 46 games, you have to go from there. But for us, you know, I think this is our best season. You know, we finished 4th 2 seasons ago, but you know, I think with the challenges we've had, and this trumps that, and you know, there's still a bit more to go.
I know, again, you mentioned it before, you don't want to single out players. You touched on Cole Hall, Tom Carr, but Adam Blakeman is 350th appearance for the club this afternoon, and a 35-yard free kick that goes in off the bar. Probably the perfect day for him.
Yeah, well, it's about time. He's had plenty of goals at free kicks. To be fair, he scored one at Leamington. I'll give him that. But no, look, what a strike, and he's got that. You know, he's how many goals and assists has he got this year? Or even, you know, the pass, you know, the ball in that gets nodded across that someone puts in. I'd love to know how many on top of that, you know. And he just keeps going. And he's getting better and better. And he's just got that calmness. He's a leader in a quiet way. And he deserves all the plaudits he gets. If he doesn't get in the team of the year, then there must be an unbelievable left back out there, I'm telling you. So, yeah, incredible. But there were some really good goals. We scored some really good goals today, and yeah, really pleasing, because, you know, we have been questioned a little bit about strikers and goals, but, you know, I think we're not be far off one of the top scorers in the league. So. Yeah, just look, there's just so much positivity now, and we've got in the playoffs. You know, now you've got in the playoffs, you don't want to just go in there. You know, you want to try and win them, and, you know, we're more than capable of doing that. But it's going to be tough. I've already named the teams in there. You know, we'll have to do something really, really special. But these lads are capable of doing it. If any team is capable of doing it, we are. And we now got a home tie against Kings Lynn. It will be very, very difficult. You know, they'll be hurting a bit tonight, but, you know, they've had a great season to get in the playoffs. Adam's done a great job. They were near relegation last year. Now they're in the playoffs. So, you know, that'll be it'll be a tough ask, but we've got home advantage. I'm sure there'll be a massive crowd. Whatever happens, you know, we give our own fans a little bit more again, and we look forward to the challenge.
I think finally from me, you mentioned it there, the fans today, a couple of hundred that turned out, and probably they were shaking a little bit nervy at 1-0 down, and then every single time the lads came forward, and they came forward on that many occasions, and 5 goals to celebrate. They'll go home happy this afternoon, and again we'll need them and the people of Chorley to come down on Tuesday night and get behind the lads.
Absolutely. Look, again, you know, look, our away form's not been brilliant, but we have had some brilliant days away from home. This will be one that they'll all remember. You know, we go 1-0 down. Fair play to Rushall. I had to change the system after the goal. Just felt, you know, they were getting too easy possession. Although we were causing problems, felt we had to change. And once we get them going, they're noisy and they don't shut up, and they helped us. You know, that amount helped us to keep going, and you know, at 2-1, we've come out after half time and we've gone bang bang and finished the game off. Some great goals. Cole Hall and Tom Carr's volleys, like, wow. Blake's free kick, tremendous goals. So look, it's a really great day. You don't get any time to celebrate it, but at some point we will, because what we've achieved should not be underestimated. 79 points just to sneak in the playoffs is crazy, but we've managed to do it. Really proud. Look forward to the presentation night tonight. Obviously it'll be a little bit low key, but, you know, we'll have smiles on our face and we'll enjoy that, and then down to preparing for Kings Lynn.